This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
I just wear the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like a cartoon character.
Yeah.
Like, somebody told me that. They said, you're like a cartoon. You wear the same. I hate shopping. I do not like shopping. I do not like shopping. We're good?
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't like shopping at all. Okay. Hey everyone, you're listening to The Public Affair with me, Andrew G. I see someone different every episode, but do me a favor, keep it between us. Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Andrew G, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Public Affair. I'm so excited to have this next guest onto the podcast because he's somebody that I've been checking on for quite a while, and he serves one of my most favorite things in the world next to a man in my DMs. I'm talking about coffee, coffee, coffee. That's right. I love it, love it, love it, and I'm so excited to have him here. Now, before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to thank Josh and Rogue Media Network for for shooting this episode of The Public Affair. Thank you guys again so much for all you do for me in the show, and of course, all of you guys for always tuning in every single week, sharing my shows, watching the show, giving your feedback. It truly means the world to me. So thank you all again so much. Now, before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to us by my boy David Santabanez with Linear Real Estate. He is the #1 sales agent in his office. That's why he's going to help you buy a home or sell your property. Make sure you follow him on Facebook at David with Linear, or call the number on the screen, darling, for all your real estate needs. If you guys do not know how to buy a house and where to start, my boy David is the GOAT, and he's going to make sure that you are involved in every single process, step by step. David, thank you so much for all you do for me in the show, bro. I truly appreciate it. Of course, to my girl, Anika Armstrong's with Armstrong's Bayou Cafe, serving the most authentic Creole cuisine. That's right, straight out of Louisiana. And the selection of signature crab cakes, pasta, seafood, and more is giving, sweetie. That is right, you guys. I love all her seafood pastas with those authentic blends of Creole ingredients. You guys, I'm addicted. Make sure you guys go check her out at Union Hall and Union Grove. And you can rent out the food truck now as well, so that way you guys can have them at her upcoming events. Armstrong's Bayou Cafe, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Manny Guerrero at Blue Star RV Services. He's a mobile RV tech who can fix all RVs, travel trailers, fifth wheel, toy haulers, and so much more. And food trucks. Me and Andy are so tired of going to the farmer's market, and some of the food is inaccessible because the food truck is not working. Call Blue Star RV Services. Him and his team is going to get you right and up and running. Follow on Facebook. Call the number on the screen, Blue Star RV Services. Thank you so much. Of course, to Lucas Pizzeria with Jesse and Tanya Sotomayor. Be on the lookout for the delicious New York style pizza and ever growing menu, you guys, and their pastas, their Italian pastas like chicken parmesan, chicken fettuccine alfredo. You guys, everything right there is addicting. It's the best thing to come out of Bell Mead, 3125 Bell Mead Drive. Oh, and aside from all that, of course, you can get burgers, Philly cheesesteaks. They have a wide variety. So it's perfect for you and the family when, like the wife, she don't know what she wants. You know what I mean? Just go to Lucas Pizzeria. Jesse and Tanya, thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode. And of course, we're not going to continue this episode without thanking my bro, Jeff Davis, the Texas car plug at University Mazda Kia. Hit him up to get the best deal on brand new or pre-owned vehicles. No credit, bad credit, whatever. He works effortlessly to make sure you're rolling off the lot with something brand new and fresh and to show off with your friends on the highway. That's right. Call the number on the screen, text him ASAP, and get the best deal on any brand new or pre-owned vehicle. Jeff Davis, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. I truly appreciate it. Hi guys, like I said, I'm so excited to have this next guest onto the show. Listen, Andy, before we continue, I just have to make this disclaimer. My voice is real effed up. Okay, but we're gangsters, right? So we're gonna get through this. Okay, I've been saving my voice for you. I want you, and you're probably the only man I've ever done that for. So I want you to know that. Okay,
I appreciate it.
Listen, you guys, he is making his waves throughout town with his amazing coffee cart. I want to say coffee business, coffee cart. I almost said coffee truck.
Yeah,
which I want to talk about the cart in a minute.
Yes,
your coffee business. Let's do that. It sounds more. More class A, if you will.
Okay.
I'm so excited to welcome my very special guest, Andy Mendoza, with Tres Manos Coffee here on The Public Affair. How you doing?
Doing good. I'm out of breath for you because that was a lot.
Bro.
Have you heard the song Look at Me Now by Chris Brown, Busta Rhymes, and Lil Wayne?
Yes. Hello.
You're the Busta Rhymes part.
Am I Busta Rhymes?
Thank
you. That is such an honor.
Like you can hear him breathing in the middle of his lyrics.
I'll tell you what, with my voice F up right now, that was really hard to get through. Normally it's just effortless. So I was just hoping thank you. Did I? Okay.
Yes,
I was hoping I wasn't gonna crack in between. But you think I could put down a pretty fire rap verse?
Yeah, I think so.
But, okay, let's do it.
You're almost there.
I'm gonna be a rapper now. Hello.
Let's go.
Okay, no more
go.
Public Affair. As a matter of fact, that's gonna be the name of my first album.
Hey,
and you could be on the back cover, like I'm on your website. Oh no, I'm not on your website, I'm on your page, something like that.
Instagram. Yeah.
I'm on your Instagram. Sir, thank you so much. Listen, we met actually. Adrian Fajardo is a very good friend of ours.
Yes.
I love Adrian Fajardo, by the way. Him and his wife Cece, they've been on the show.
Yeah.
Okay, and he released a book.
Yep.
And I met you there because I worked out at Monica's, and it was like right across the hall, whatever, the center. Yeah. And I saw the coffee cart, and I was like, hello, what is this? I was instantly in love. I was instantly in love with your coffee, only because I'm a coffee hoe, but I really like your coffee because it's all homemade. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yep. Everything is just like, everything is just so, I can't explain. Like, it's just so home based. You know what is that fair? Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Is that something you strive for in your business?
I try to offer the most natural homemade products as much as possible, and as much as local products as well. Sure. I don't want to be going elsewhere. Yeah. Say like Nebraska or Missouri. Okay. Or wherever to get my syrups, to get my beans. Sure. Although there might be some good beans over there. Right. I want to support local because I know what it means to be a small business local. So owner.
You get a lot of your coffee, like ingredients and stuff from, like, I guess, local mom and pop shops. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yep. Okay. Yep. As far as syrups, as far as our coffee beans, we try to pick local roasters here in Waco. That's what's up. Right now we're on East Waco Coffee Roasters, which is a great friend of mine. Yeah. Roasters right out the garage. And
you can give him a shout out if you want to. Yeah. You can get his coin on here. Yeah.
Derek and Macy and their little girl Ava. Shout out to y'all.
Yes, for sure.
And for having me use y'all's garage space to store some things, and then be able to smell fresh too with the coffee roasting that he has going on.
Let me tell you something, not for nothing. I do not like syrups in my coffee. Yeah. Am I weird for that? I'm sure you put.
You're not weird. You're not weird at all.
Syrup, like, you know what I mean? I prefer cream. I like cream in my coffee, and I don't like sugar. For sure. I don't like when people scoop sugar. Yeah. I don't know, but I'm sure have any of my drinks have had that. And I just didn't know. Okay.
You walked up to the coffee cart multiple times and asked for a French vanilla cappuccino. Okay. And I've told you multiple times I don't have French vanilla.
Bro, don't be doing me. Okay.
but I can make you a vanilla cappuccino.
How you gonna put me on blast like that to my viewers? Hello, we're gonna squabble, bro. Okay.
That's funny.
Well, okay, let me tell you something. You want to know why? Because I make coffee at home every single morning. I'm a Folgers guy. Yeah. Okay. You know. Whatever. And the only creamer I buy, and this is just the fun fact for you guys, I only buy the Nestle creamer. I do not like Delight. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't even know what that is.
Well, because you drink real coffee. Right, and we're going to get to what's real coffee and what's not real coffee in just a minute, okay? But, one thing that when I was doing my little homework on you, I love, and correct me if I'm wrong here, you guys built that cart together, right? Like is it you and your dad, or you and your uncle? Or?
Me and my grandpa.
You and your grandpa, okay.
Yeah, me and my grandpa, which was actually pretty cool. He came by the coffee cart this past Saturday market at the new Bridge Street location. Yes. And he was able to see me in action, see me behind the coffee cart, and see like, okay, this is actually what he's legit, wanting to do. Sure. I was like, I didn't know what I was building for him. Yeah. But I just told him, I was like, hey, I want this, I want that. He works better off of a kind of a blueprint, like he mapped out and everything.
We don't do imaginations.
But he just listened to my ideas and then, built it up. So
how do you feel like, because, a lot of people, when they're getting like food trucks or carts and stuff like that, they're usually just buying whoever's not using theirs at the moment. Yeah. How do you feel like building one with your grandpa represents your general work ethic and or the business?
Man, it means a lot to me to build now 2 coffee carts. To build 2 coffee carts with my grandpa, and him being in his 80s, early 80s, says a lot. Yeah. I speak highly of him because he's that Mexican grandpa that that can't stop working. Sure. He retired when he was probably 60. Yeah. But he's still working. You can't keep him down because he's always working on a project, whether that's for putting up shelves for my cousin or building me a coffee cart. I was able to be with them, kind of just hand him the tools. I was like, here you go, Grandpa, here you go. And he was like, hand me this. I was like, I'll hand him a tool. He's like, no, that's the wrong one. I was like, okay, let me go back.
He's in his 80s.
And he's in his 80s.
There's us 30 years old. Y'all don't even want to be working. Y'all better take notes.
Yeah. He's, I think he'll be 85 or 86 this year. Phenomenal. On like March 21st.
That is so awesome. Yep. How'd you come up with the name Tres Manos for your business?
Tres Manos. Yeah. Kind of just all started in a place of a loneliness, in a place of darkness. Went through a tough time back in 2020, like a lot of people did. And just didn't know where I wanted to go in life. You know, as I look back on the years, it's just like I went through hard relationships. You know, I had to get rid of addictions and stuff to get back on track. With my relationship with Christ.
Right.
And then looking back, out of all those years of darkness and loneliness, that I wasn't really alone, even though I kept on telling myself, "You're alone. Right. You're in the dark. You can't find a way out."
Yeah.
But it was by the hands of the Father, the Son, and the Spirit that He was able to guide me out of that darkness into the light. Okay. So it's none of this work and none of this story writing is about me, or I didn't write the story, but it's the hands of the Father, the Son, and the Spirit. So that's Tres Manos.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I like
the Holy Trinity.
Yeah. There you go. You have to put me on game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I just did Silence and See This podcast coming out soon, and we talked a lot about God and stuff. And
let's go.
Coming soon. I can't wait to send you that one. We got some shit. No, you know, and so I wonder, you know, for you talk about like your dark past and addictions and stuff like that. I really like kind of, and please share with you will, and if you just don't want to, tell me, Andrew, shut up and let's move on. Okay. But you know, I really like talking about that because it really gives context to the person who you are and how the strength that you end up building to keep your business afloat. Can you talk about some of the addictions and dark times that you went through in your past?
Yeah. The main thing being addicted to was just people pleasing.
Oh yeah.
I was always at the party trying to do the next, I don't know if you heard of hashtag do it for state.
No.
And then you basically hashtag, you say do for state, and then you do something dumb. Like some college frat party.
Oh, okay. So
you know, you jump on a table.
Yeah, and then take a shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I was always trying to find a party to be involved, to be included.
Right.
I was very a FOMO person, just like fear of missing out.
Right.
I wanted to be included. I wanted to be accepted. So I just did a bunch of things. And also just being addicted to pornography, which really took a hold on my life, and it just kind of affected the relationships that I had around me, whether that was my parents, my previous relationships at the time, or whether that's just friends around me.
Most definitely.
It really affected it.
Wow. Okay. And you know, it just goes to show you too, like usually when we talk about addiction and stuff like that on the show, people automatically their mind switch to like alcoholism or drug abuse and stuff like that. And it just like goes to show you that addiction really comes in so many different forms. Right? Yeah. And you know, while the talking about pornography and stuff like that, I guess I'd never heard of anybody being addicted to people pleasing. You know what I mean? I never heard those words. You know, I'm a lot older than you. So I guess as far as breaking those addictions, was there a pivotal moment in your life where you were just like, you know what, enough is enough, and I really got to get my ish in gear?
I really hit a rough patch back in 2018. I did some hurt to some people, and that I won't get into just out of respect.
No problem.
But it was just seeing the way I was raised in my family, just like, you know, coming from that family, you're like, why would you do that? You know, you definitely weren't raised like that. Why are you hurting other people?
Okay.
And it really took a toll on me, and it was just led me to a dark place. Kind of just felt like I started at this full bottle of beer.
Okay.
I started at this full bottle of beer, and it just eventually just kept on getting drained out. And I was just really at the bottom. There was nothing much at the glass. It wasn't at enjoyment at all.
Got you.
That's where it was dark and lonely. So that's where I was like, man, I got to do something.
I guess, and you know, without getting into detail with respect to the situation, whoever was involved, did you or are you still seeking forgiveness, or has that kind of
the forgiveness was a hard part, because I had to go and reconcile with like everyone I had beef with back in high school, or just like the ones that I did wrong to people. It's just like, once I was like, man, okay, I gotta get back on track. I gotta get right, because this is not who I want to be.
Exactly.
And I know this, like I'm made for more.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I started going back to church and finding my relationship with Christ was a lot for me. And that was the pivotal moment that turned in my life. And once that moment happened, I was like, now I got to go and forgive these people.
Okay.
And there's some, unfortunately, there's some people that I couldn't reach out to, just because I couldn't get a hold of them.
Sure.
But then there's some conversations that I had. It's like, hey, let's meet up at a coffee shop.
Okay.
I'd love to talk over just kind of what we beefed about back in high school.
And let me tell you something too. Being accountable, a lot of people they don't understand that's where it starts.
Yeah,
pretty much, right? Like you have to acknowledge what you did, no matter what the situation was, and you have to be able to go to those people that you did hurt and say, "Look, I know I effed up. My bad." You know what I mean? So whatever the situation was, just at the very least, I hope that whoever was involved and whatever the case is, I hope that you guys have all found common ground and forgiveness and have moved on. And to the people that you were not able to reach out to, I hope that you guys are watching this, and Andy has to have a conversation with you guys.
For sure.
It's not done.
let me just add. Sure. I mean, forgiveness is a hard thing, and sometimes it feels like, maybe you still have those feelings, like those bitter feelings, but you still need to let them go and forgive them, because if you hold on to that poison is going to kill you.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. That's so hard. Well, thank you for sharing some of that with us. For
sure.
I definitely wanted to hop right into the coffee. Okay. But first of all, do you forgive me for drinking water out of a plastic bottle?
Yeah. You're good. You're good. I'll let you pass.
No, let me tell you something. Shout out to my boy at Elite Barbershop. He was telling me and Sid about drinking water out of a glass bottle.
Yeah.
And how he only likes to drink water out of glass bottles, but I had no idea that was a thing. And now I'm scared. I feel like I'm poisoning my body.
No, you're good. Okay. You're good. And I mean, in large amounts. After a while, it may take a toll.
It's not going to do nothing. Is what you're saying.
You're good. Your body's just like it's like a toxicity level cup. It's like how much until you overflow.
Sure. Do you only use glass water for your coffee at Tres Manos?
Yes.
Okay.
So like I do a lot of reusing bottles.
Oh,
So right now I like reuse those Mountain Valley. Those green water bottles.
That's what's up. As far as Tres Manos goes, what in your mind, which, by the way, congratulations to everything that you're accomplishing so far.
Thank you.
I've been seeing you booked and busy at all kinds of events and stuff like that. How did you come to the conclusion in your head, or, the thought that said, I'm going to capitalize off of making coffee? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why did that start for you?
Yeah. I saw. I went out to a mission trip out in Guatemala, and I saw a culture out there that was very different in the coffee world. Obviously, if you go somewhere down in Central America, South America, coffee is a really huge thing.
Right.
There's coffee farms out there. So I got to experience that world. And this small local coffee shop in Antigua, Guatemala was just like. Something drew me in about it, where just seeing locals come in and be able to like drink some coffee, talk with their neighbor just down the street. Sure. I wanted to be able to provide that space where I can build a bridge from people that think one way and people think another way, and they don't get along. But I would love to provide that bridge for them here in Waco, especially being born and raised in Waco.
Yes,
I want to. Build my family together, build my friends together.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. And so coffee was
coffee's the bridge that kind of helps people to get together.
Yeah.
And it not necessarily doesn't have to be coffee, but it's just a good drink. I would love to provide a good drink.
I love coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee makes me talk. Yeah. Remember when I was at your coffee truck? Tell them at the farmer's market how that girl came up to me. I wish I remembered her name.
What girl?
What? Don't you do me. You're when I was at your coffee truck and the woman behind me said, "Aren't you Andrew with the public affairs?"
Yes. Okay. Yes. She was like, "I love your show."
Yes. Hello. Yeah. Okay. That brought us together. Your coffee brought us together.
Yes.
You see, it works. Okay.
Yeah. It just sparks conversation. Like I said, whether it's a coffee or a good drink, I would love to be that bridge for people to get connected together. Just like Jesus is to the unbeliever. Jesus came down and died for us and rose again in 3 days. And he is now the bridge for us to access the Father, to have a personal relationship, an intimate relationship with the Father. So
I love that.
So I want to be able to kind of be that, set an example as that bridge, but just bringing people together.
Let me tell y'all something though. Andy's low-key throwing slugs at me because he was also not answering my messages. Okay. Yes, he did. He told, what'd you tell everybody in the show in the beginning of how I keep telling you about French vanilla?
French vanilla.
Don't do French vanilla though. Okay? I know that you use real vanilla grown from the mountains of Antigua.
Shout out to Loyalhood, my boy Hayden and Tori. Make syrups here local, here in Waco. So
okay. I'll drink their syrup. If you're using it in your coffee, I will drink the syrup. All right.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, because you want to do my nasty. Listen, do you I'm sure like a person like you is not really worried about competitions and stuff like that. But I think everybody's really used to like the big chains, if you will. Maybe we shouldn't say their names because I'm not really trying to get sued and I don't have money for a lawyer right now.
Yeah.
But
right.
you know what big chains I'm talking about. The
Yeah.
normal bit that we all go to every morning and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you think that what you're doing, how do you get people to, I guess, be attracted to Tres Manos versus those ones that they're just used to? And do you think that that's even real coffee, those big chains?
No.
Please be honest.
To answer that second question, no, okay. I don't think it's real coffee.
It's like candy.
Yeah. If you go out to these big, I can't name them, right?
You can Starbucks and yes, I'm naming them.
He said it.
Listen, I love me a Starbucks too. Don't get me wrong, but when you put Starbucks next to Tres Manos, the coffees are they're different. Everything is different.
For sure. Yeah. For sure. Starbucks adds a lot to their beans when they get roasted.
Okay. And
they're meant to stay on the shelf for long periods of time so that people can buy them.
Right.
They have a bunch of additives in there and a bunch of flavors.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew what a blonde roast and what I think that's the main thing. Blonde roast, and then also another thing that Starbucks ruined is the macchiato drink. But that's a lot to go into detail. But I want to let people know that hey, what we provide here, Tres Manos is local product.
Yes,
and that they know that they're supporting local here in Waco.
Yes,
and it's a good product. It's not just local and just a bad product. No, it's a good product. Mm-hmm. Every detail that goes into the product was made with intention and made to serve people well. Yeah. So whether that's the coffee roasting, grabs it from gets it shipped over here from a coffee farm, and then they roast it here.
Right.
And everything's fresh.
Okay.
Everything tastes like it should be.
Most definitely.
Instead of like having, I love HEB. HEB has this.
Wait. I think don't be doing HEB canned coffee now. Okay, hold on. We're going too far.
HEB has like this Casa.
Oh yeah, no, I don't drink that one.
Yeah, I drink there's a San Antonio blend that my parents really love.
You get mad at them?
Once they brew it, I can just smell the flavors that shouldn't be on there. Yeah. I was like, no, that's not normal.
I think what I want everybody to understand, it's like going to say, like a McDonald's, right? Yeah. And then going to like a mom and pops that makes burgers.
Yeah.
There's your homemade burgers and then there's the processed ones, right? Yeah, so then we're talking about like a Star, and no shade on them because don't get me wrong, I love me a McDonald's and a Starbucks too. But what I'm saying is, then there's the Starbucks, and then there's the Tres Manos. And here in a minute after our break, I really want to know how you're able to break into the people that are so used to what's mainly consumed versus yours.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna take a quick break, all right, Andy?
Let's do it.
And when we get back, I want to learn more about how Andy's gonna do all that. I want to learn more about breaking into the scene and the different types of coffee that he sells, and so much more. So make sure you guys stay tuned here on this episode of The Public Affair. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this exciting episode of The Public Affair. My very special guest, Mr. Andy Mendoza with Tres Manos Coffee is in, but he did not bring me no coffee. But it's all good. I'm going to get some after. I am, okay? Now, before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Banda's hauling service with Julian and Banda. They rent dump trailers. You fill it up, they haul it away. They also do junk removals and tree brush removals, and they haul cars in and out of town. They also offer roll-off dumpster services as well. Perfect for those big get-togethers, or if you guys are doing some spring cleanups, or if you're having them big, giant Mexican quinceañeras and you got beer cans all over the place, just get Banda's hauling service. They're literally dependable and 100% reliable for every single thing. Julian, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Chefito's Kitchen with Al Gutierrez and Adriana Gutierrez. They are serving the best in Latin cuisine, primarily dishes that I grew up on because I'm Boricua, yo soy Boricua, so me gusta los arroz con gandules, Cuban sandwiches, los plátanos maduros, y so much more. You guys need some malangas, you guys need some bacalao, some bacalaitos, and we're set. Listen, go follow their social media for daily specials, and you guys can run out their food truck as well. Go check them out at Union Grove. Chefito's Kitchen, thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. To one of my new sponsors, Spot On with Matt Matz. He's a point of sale system for local entrepreneurs and business and restaurants like yourself. So a lot of people, they're used to like the squares and stuff like that. Well, he's offering competitive processing fees against those other services, and it also offers user-friendly interface and exceptional customer service, just in case things goes wrong, because you have those things and sometimes things be going wrong. You can hit him up. He's going to get those issues resolved. This is perfect for my friends who own restaurants, small businesses, and more. Call Matt Mass with the number on the screen or check out spoton.com. Spot On. Matt, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Soko Soccer Academy. Dominic Gutierrez and Ariana Gutierrez, they're offering team, small group, and individual skills training and elite skills training to make your kids superb star athletes. Make sure you guys are following their social media for various leagues that they're having. They're really doing their big one this time with the new indoor soccer complex at 5100 Franklin Avenue. I love it so much, and I want to give a huge shout out to the Soko soccer teams, my bro, Coach Morrow, Coach Megan, Coach Jeff. You guys are truly amazing. Those kids are really under phenomenal direction with you guys, and I'm here to support anything Soko Soccer Academy any single time. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all your support, and of course to my girl, Myra Rosales with Strike a Pose Photography, a digital photo booth business perfect for parties, private events, corporate events, and so much more. Listen, it's fun, it's convenient, and it's easy. She also offers digital customized invitations and movement forms. She's doing her big one this year because she's got her own photo studio, so you guys can do your private sessions. Maternity sessions are coming up. Spring sessions are coming up. Easter sessions are coming up. My girl is doing the damn thing. Book right now with Strike a Pose Photography. Se habla español. Myra Rosales, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. All right, guys, I'm back with my very special guest, Andy Mendoza, who said I sound like shit the whole time. Listen, Andy, I'm doing my bit. You know what it is, because you poisoned my plastic water bottle. Probably. Because you're against it. You are. Okay?
Right.
Before the break, we were talking about, I'm sure your biggest competition or getting people to kind of change their mindset about coffee is against the bigger corporations, right? Sure. And so I think it's fair to say that your coffee is just a little bit more authentic, a little bit more original. I personally notice a difference when I get your coffee versus when I go to my local Starbucks, right? So how do you pull people into saying, I really want you to try this. It's going to be a bit different, but give it a shot,
Man, you just there's people that's gonna love your stuff. There's people that's not. But people that love your stuff, you're just thankful that they come back a second round. And to show them what the size of a cappuccino is and what the size of a latte, and how a macchiato should actually be. By the way, macchiato is I
was gonna get into that,
like a small one.
Well, you gave me that little one.
It's like equal parts of espresso and steamed and light layer foam milk. But a lot of people think caramel that macchiato is like a tall drink that they get from Starbucks. But when they come up and order a caramel macchiato, I know what they're ordering. They want the Starbucks version.
Sure.
So
wait, do you throw them for surprise when you give them the little one?
I ask them. Okay. Sometimes it's kind of a lot to explain. They're like, oh, what's the difference?
People can be a little simple-minded. Hello. Okay.
Right. But that's just a way for me to kind of just show them hey, this is what a macchiato actually is. Right. Hey, this is what an actual cappuccino is. It should be made with the equal part of espresso. Right. You got your steamed milk and a big layer of foam milk.
Okay. You did, and you're the fans. Yeah. You did explain that to me one time because I remember ordering one from you. Yeah. And it was a little bit small, and you explained to me why though, because of the amount of of caffeine and stuff in it.
The smaller drink you go, the more caffeinated it's going to be.
So you're going to be more lit.
It's the same amount of espresso that gets put in every cup of coffee, sure, except if you get an extra shot. But it's the same amount that you get in every cup of coffee. You're just adding the milk. Okay. And the milk is kind of the diluter. Yeah. So it's not as caffeinated. So depends if hey, if I'm a little tired, but I still got some energy, I'll drink a latte. Okay. Because it's not as caffeinated. Sure. But if I'm if I just woke up, baby was waking me up all throughout the middle of the night, I'm drinking something shorter, maybe a cortado, which is a shortened version of a latte.
Hey, wait, real quick before we continue, big shout out to you and your wife.
Big shout out to my bride and my baby boy. My baby boy was born January 14th.
Yes, congratulations.
I appreciate it. Me and my wife have been married for 3 years now. So
okay, wife.
We're excited. We knew each other in high school. We met later down in life and had a church life group. So
good.
So we kind of hit it off right there.
That's where I hope I meet my future husband at church. I mean, I don't know how likely that's going to be.
Right.
But well, you never know.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
But anyway, what's your favorite kind of coffee? We didn't ask that.
Yeah, my favorite kind of coffee is I don't like adding sweetener to it. That sounds tough to a lot of people.
I like black coffee.
But if I'm drinking just at home and I don't got the espresso machine up, I'll just drink black coffee.
Okay.
That's how I stay in shape. Eating eggs and black coffee, that'll run right through you.
So you're saying I gained weight because I'm putting sweetener in my coffee.
Right.
Andy, I feel like this whole episode you've been attacking me. And I don't appreciate it. All right.
I'm not
We're
trying
deleting
to.
the show. Take it down.
Right.
Okay.
Right. But if I have the espresso machine up, I'm probably drinking me a cappuccino or a latte, no sweetener.
Yeah.
But I have this drink called the No House Latte. A lot of people like the No House Latte when they don't know what they want to get. It's like, hey, let me make you this drink. I
don't think you. What is?
I think you got the ice version last on
was
Saturday
it with
market.
the agave?
So it was the agave cinnamon.
Okay.
And that's a drink a lot of people like just because it's simple, but it has that twist of cinnamon on it.
I just got that because your poor coworker, who is that was working with you?
Alejo.
Alejo?
Yeah.
Poor guy, he made a whole cup like this much of agave.
Yeah.
And y'all were going to throw it away and I felt bad because then he's going to get fired.
Yeah.
You know, and I know that the agave sounds expensive.
He's actually the one that spurred me on to get a espresso machine. He had one of those home Breville stainless steel espresso machines, but I was like, I'm not paying $600 for that.
No.
2 months later, I bought a $600 espresso machine.
I'm not doing that.
I got more into it, and then eventuly,
my coffee pot's $10 from HEB.
Yeah,
I do need that one. I like brewed coffee like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, I got the agave because you kept looking at that agave like, damn it, we're about to throw this away. I'm so mad. I was like, no, give me whatever that comes with that.
Right.
I wanted French.
Yeah.
But you don't even have that. No, and the drink that you did make me with the agave was very good.
Yeah.
You know, what kind of milk do you recommend? You know, milk is a big thing too, right?
Yeah,
I just got put onto the oat milk, which I think is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Right. But when I'm at home, the only thing I'm adding to my coffee is that sweetener. But I have been getting into the black. Let me tell you something too.
Yeah.
I do like the black. But no, I guess as far as the milks go, a lot of people probably are not familiar with agave. Can you explain?
Yeah. Agave is just a natural sweetener. A lot of coffee shops, and most of the time I would go to a coffee shop. I want a matcha with agave just because I know I like it like that. And they said, we don't got agave. We have honey. I was like, I don't really like the taste of honey.
That's like cursing your ears.
So I'm like, I'll just take an ounce of vanilla into it, or I'd want agave in the coffee. But they would never have agave. So opening up Tres Manos, being that we have the cactus being desert west theme. You know, I wanted to offer the agave because that's where the agave plant comes from.
But you're dressed like we put cream in our coffee.
You're
very creamy. You look like I put that French vanilla cream in my coffee this morning. You're the color of my coffee.
I like the neutral colors.
Okay.
It definitely fits the coffee. See?
It really does. Yeah. Okay. You know, one thing, more than a cup of coffee, but an experience. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah. More than a cup of coffee, but it's an experience, man. The coffee cart gives you an experience. It's not you're just ordering or you're booking a coffee cart and we're serving you and then boom, we're out.
Sure.
But no, we're going to be intentional with every step we take, whether that's communicating with you about if it's for a wedding details, we're going to become your friend, you know, at the end. And we give you an experience, a kind of a memorable experience. But a darn good coffee, you know, and that's something you want. You want good service. But say if you go into a coffee shop somewhere here in Waco and just like you get your French vanilla cappuccino.
You see what I'm talking about, you guys?
Oat milk.
Keep playing with me. Yeah, dude, keep playing with me, bro.
But say if you get that and then they're like, okay, anything else?
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, hey, hold on.
Maybe I wanted a bagel.
For real.
At least my place got bagels.
Or like, or sometimes you'll ask like, hey, how are you? And they say, good.
Okay.
Hey, I'm good too.
So you're focused more on being more personal.
So I want to be. Yeah. This is
building a relationship.
This isn't just professional, but this is also personal.
Yeah.
I want to build that relationship.
So people book you for weddings. I did see that.
Yeah.
So wait,
weddings are
do they want like alcoholic coffees?
Yeah. Yeah.
So wait, okay. Can I just be a little bit
go ahead
forward with you?
Yeah, let's do it.
Given your past and stuff, do you find it hard sometimes to do stuff like that, or like
so,
maybe a lot of triggers?
Yeah, no, so definitely no triggers at all. Okay. But what we do, we don't do alcohol, just because I don't want to be responsible for it.
Okay.
Just in case, because like you know, I don't want to serve you too much and then I forget. It's like, okay, whatever.
And then something.
I don't have that training, and I'd rather not get into it or be liable for it. But if they wanted to have a bar right next to me and they wanted to add their own,
you're for that,
Bailey's Irish cream,
yeah,
you know, they can do that.
Sure.
I've done an event where they've done that before.
Yeah.
I have a wedding coming up where they just want to do mocktails, so we're gonna do some cool looking mocktails, whatever that looks like.
Yeah, whatever coin.
Yeah,
as long as you get that coin. You know, I don't like alcohol in my coffee though.
Yeah.
When my friend Carlos Canales,
it's a bit different.
It is different. My friend Carlos Canales with Fade Masters, he was on this show years ago, and we drank. Well, I drank. He did not. I don't think he did. I drank. I know for sure I did. I drank Kahlua. That was like as close as, and that's not real coffee, right? That's just
yeah.
It's like coffee liquor, and that's when I was like drinking and lit all the time. But I was like, no, I can't be doing alcohol in my coffee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So not anything that you really want to get
into. I leave my coffee in the mornings and my ranch waters at night. So
what's a ranch water?
Ranch water is just just a refreshing drink.
Oh, okay.
I really like the ranch water, but I don't really drink anymore. I got you. I try to like, you know, take care of my body as much as I can.
You look great. No homo. You do look really good.
I appreciate it.
You do. Yeah, the brown or the cream really compliments you.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I just, you know, when he said weddings, because I saw the website, you guys can book on his website, tresmanoscoffee.com.
Yeah.
And when I saw that weddings was something, I didn't really like, listen, I'm sweaty. I'm hosting. A coffee, it's hot. You know what I mean? Or I guess you can get ice. It's just that late in the day. I didn't know if that worked out for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, a lot of people like it for dry weddings and for weddings that have family members that are coming from far. Say if they got coming from Fort Worth or say down in Brownsville or down in the Valley or California.
Real quick.
Yeah. We're gonna get them caffeinated so they can hit the road.
I got you. What is your favorite kind of event? You know, I've seen you like you set up at SoCo. You set up at the farmer's market. You set up at weddings.
Yeah.
Where's your favorite kind of event to set up to?
Weddings.
You like weddings?
Easy. Weddings. Because weddings, it's a celebration of a covenant that God is bringing two people together. And I love seeing that for sure.
Yeah.
But I also get to see different ways of how people celebrate weddings. Like we see different cultures and I'm just like, oh, this is really cool.
Okay.
I like this.
Yeah.
And like, this is where it gets really personal because it's like they'll like invite you like, hey, come dance. Like I did this wedding in November and I was trying to hand him like his to-go drink so that when they leave, they have their drinks ready to go. He's like, come in. You know that song La Chona?
Do I?
You usually hear that at every Mexican party or Spanish party.
As many as I host, probably I have. I just, you know.
It's a cool dancing song.
Okay.
But he's like, jump in. I was like,
okay,
let's go. Yeah. So I'm here trying to hand him some Desert Pear lemonades and like, he's like, let's go. I was like, all right, man, I gotta hit.
I got you.
I got my wife at home.
Yeah, there you
go.
But
it's like really cool though.
She can come too. We'll get you a babysitter.
Yeah, she was like. Or he said, bring your wife. I was like, well, she was pregnant at the time. So I was like, I'm not sure she's going to feel up to it because she had some swelling on her feet.
Most definitely.
So like, she's probably not going to be one standing up.
Got you.
Yeah.
You know, one of the other things I wanted to mention, because we touched on it very briefly, is that when you go on tresmanoscoffee.com, and which is where you guys can go to book him, we can book you pretty much for anything. Like we have a market going on, a lot of my friends that are booking little community events and stuff like that. But I want to talk about the merch because, you know, you are decked out from head to toe on your Tres Manos.
A little bit.
And, you know, obviously the cream or the neutral color is a tactic in that.
Yeah.
Correct? Do you ever think you'll switch it up?
Probably not. I try to keep it true tones of desert out in West. Preferably, I think of West Texas.
Okay.
And I think of these colors. And then Mexico. I think of these colors as well. Okay. Yeah.
I always thought like, the brown had to represent coffee.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you can think of it like that.
Okay, some people might want to switch it up though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I have this is called like the walnut color.
Yeah.
We also have an army color.
Yeah.
But it's I try to bring the color tones from West or like from Mexico to kind of represent the brand as much as possible.
Let me tell you this much, right? I think the way that you're rather young. How old are you?
25.
Yeah, you're younger than me. I'm 33. I am 33. Yeah, no, I think the way that, I really like to see young people like you, take on the roles of entrepreneurship. It's by no means easy, right? Especially,
not easy at all.
It's not easy at all. And, when I was 25, I think I was just getting my gig on the radio, you know what I mean? So then I thought I made it, which was only the beginning. I just think for somebody like you and watching you move through the community the way that you're doing, and then even looking at your website, looking at your social media pages and stuff, you're really doing everything correct, Andy. Yeah. And no matter what the situation was in your past and who's going to be mad about you being on here, and it's my show, so what's up, message me and I'm going to delete you. But, no, I'm kidding. But it goes to say, I hope people watch this and realize that you can really put your mind to, you can do whatever you put your mind to.
Yeah.
And I just want to congratulate you and Tres Manos Coffee for everything that you're accomplishing and continue to accomplish.
I appreciate it.
And it's truly an honor that you came on my podcast.
Yeah.
I thought you were scared.
No.
I thought you didn't want to do it. Not going to lie. I thought he was like, no, he's like above this. He doesn't want to. Right. But I just want to tell you, honestly, I have a lot of high hopes for you and Tres Manos Coffee. I think that the family, the fact that you and your grandfather, who's in his 80s, built that cart, it's a beautiful cart.
Yeah.
I think that is phenomenal, and it says a lot about like how you represent yourself in your business.
Yeah.
So just big shout out to you and kudos to you.
Yeah.
I just wanted to let you know that.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
No, of course. Now we want to book you. You can go to tresmanoscoffee.com for booking. Okay.
Tresmanoscoffee.com.
Do you ever see a storefront in your future? Or you want to keep it like this?
Hopefully by year 3. We're at year 1.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. We'll see what the Lord has in store for us. We're just kind of. I mean, I have a general plan on the business, but it's like I don't know where I'm going. Okay. I'm just doing it, man.
Just along for the ride.
I just wanna be obedient to Christ and what He commands me to do, but also live a simple and peaceful life.
Yeah.
I just want something for my family. Nothing too big.
I love that.
Just a simple dream.
I love that. Well, next time you come back on the show, you better bring me some coffee.
Look, I'll try to.
He teased me. He knows I need something warm for my throat because of my voice. And look, he bought me the cup with no coffee in it. He came on here to throw slugs at me. That's what he did. Okay. But can I keep it?
Yeah.
Please, I want to keep it. I'm going to keep it. I don't care what you say. Okay. I'll drink my water out of this all day. Okay. No, Andy, thank you for coming on. What can you leave us with? What's next? Any shout outs, anything like that?
So yes, I'll leave off with this, man. Without Jesus, and I know I mention him a lot, but
no, please do. You're good.
He is the one that got me through all this, all this darkness, all this impurity in my heart, and brought me into the light and brought me into a better place. By no means I'm not a perfect man, and I'm doing my best what I can to provide for my family, but without Him I can't do it all.
Right.
Or I can't do anything.
I got you.
But with Him I can do all things through Christ.
Amen.
And then shout out to my lovely bride. She's great. She supports me all the way, thinking through, and my baby boy. It's really cool. I mean, he's just like 7 weeks old, but it's really cool getting to come home and see your baby boy and get to take care of him. Them nights are rough. It was kind of a rough night last night, but it's kind of wild.
Oh, you still made it. Thank you.
I still made it. Yeah. Like I said earlier, I was gonna come in. I was gonna come in gym shorts.
Okay.
Just because I was like, I would just put on whatever. And I had a jacket on too.
Yeah.
But my wife was like,
she checked you.
She's like,
thank you.
You better put on something else.
What's her name again?
Alanis.
Alanis.
Yeah.
Alanis.
Or Alanis.
Yeah, okay. I speak, man. Don't play with me.
Yeah.
Alanis, thank you for checking him, not coming on my show looking like a hot mess express girl, okay?
Yeah.
It's only 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. And I want to do another special shout out to my grandparents. I have both sets of my grandparents, which I'm blessed to have.
Mm-hmm.
I have a white side of me. We call them Mima people.
Okay.
And then we have my grandma and grandpa. My grandpa's the one that
Sure.
helped me build 2 coffee carts. But shout out to them for their support, and my mom and dad. They helped me a lot. financially and just kind of supporting the dream. So without them, I can't do anything as well. So shout out to them. Where I leave off on there, man, Tres Manos is just it's just going. We don't like I said, we don't know where we're going. We're just on the ride and see if it works. If it works, then great. I love to serve my community just because I'm born and raised here in Waco.
Yes.
But if we don't work, then great. God still got us, and we're still going to be all right. So
most definitely.
Yep.
Listen, make sure you guys just go follow his social media pages and stuff so that way you can go see where he's set up and get some real coffee. All right? Get some real coffee, and don't be going over there asking for no French vanilla because he's going to clown you like he did me.
I'll probably have to add French vanilla.
Don't add French vanilla.
Once you add this episode, I'm probably going to have to add it.
Okay, fine, but you're going to have to call that one the public affair.
I want the secret menu.
Yes, I want that residuals on that one, all right?
Yeah.
Yes, Andy, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. To all of you guys, please make sure for your next up and coming event, pop-up markets, or whatever, even weddings, hit up Tres Manos Coffee. You can go on their website, tresmanoscoffee.com. Follow on social media at Tres Manos Coffee. I'll be posting the links in the comment section. If you guys like this episode, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you guys again so much for tuning in to Andy. Thank you again for coming on to the podcast. Now, before we go, I just got to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of the Public Affair. He likes this part. But it hurts right now. It hurts. 55. Okay. looking at the Pollo Box and Audio with Jeffrey Monreal, home for all your LED needs and audio accessories, installation of stereos, door speakers, and audio systems. He's also specializing in building custom subwoofer enclosures and so much more. Definitely a jack of all trades. And if you guys hear Cheetah Girls bumping in South Waco with the bass, that's because that was me. Yeah, that was me because he put that bass in my car and it is lit. Yes, and if you see me pulling up to the Tres Manos coffee cart and it's Cheetah Girls or Brittany or something like that and the bass is on, he knows that was Andrew G because Pollo Box and Audio hooked it. Make sure you guys call him with the number on the screen and book now. Jeffrey, thank you so much for all you do for me in the show, bro. Of course, to my bro, Sid Rodriguez at Elite Barbershop on Hewitt Drive. You can call the number on the screen or download the Squire app to book. Walk-ins are welcome as well. Listen, you got Marcus Guerrero, Chris Reyes, Santos Cordova, David Rodriguez, Isaac Chavez, Clint Fletcher, Isai Reyes, and Stam Ceballos, and my girl, Kayla Chapa over there making like a snack as I have for more than 200 and something episodes. I'd be losing count. I think this is 240. I can't remember. Listen, I'm getting old. It's giving old and it's giving 5 years later. All right. But Elite Barbershop's been it since the beginning. Sid, thank you so much for all you do for me in the show, bro. Of course, the Hummingbird Party Backdrops and Decor. My girl, Ana Limones, call for all party decor, including beautiful balloon props, giving an extra flair to your party or event with a number of wooden backdrops as well. And listen, my girl, Se Hablas Mañón, she puts her blood, sweat, and tears into all her decorations and make sure that they are standing out amongst the rest. So booking information is on the screen. Hummingbird Party Backdrops and Decor, thank you so much. And of course, to my boy, Julio Arriaga with JC Painting and Drywall, LLC. Contact for all drywall and beautiful new paint for your property, both commercial and residential as well. His work is honest and true and can guarantee 100% satisfaction. He truly lives by his slogan, just imagine, and we can make it happen. Call today, get scheduled. My boy is the go. Muchas gracias por todo, güey. I appreciate it. How do you say that? Okay. Julio, thank you so much for sponsoring. Of course, to all of you guys, thank you so much for tuning into this episode. I got more of the Public Affair on the way. Andy, I appreciate you coming by. I cannot wait to get my next cup of coffee at Tres Manos Coffee.
Thank you.
But don't forget to always keep it between us. That's it. How you doing?
Doing good.
Is it good?
Good.
Okay.
It got a little cold in the middle of it. I was like, I'm kind of freezing.
No, yeah, it made me want to add a question. That's why I'm just gonna put. Are you having a good time?
Yep.
Are you sure? Okay.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's going great. I feel good.
It's a little chilly.
Yeah. Make my guest feel comfortable before he tells everybody how horrible it was on the Public Affair because it was so cold. Okay. Do I sound okay? Like it's
like literally right as we were going on the break.
It got okay. But everything's coming out okay, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm nervous about. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna watch this back and be
You've been hoarse the whole time.
Have I? Oh God.
No.
I know. I hear myself and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
You're doing
okay.
good.
Yeah. I just want to make sure you're enjoying the experience.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
It's good.
I should have got. I'm just.
You should have been talking before.
I'm gonna feel so toxic drinking this.
I was eyeing you down.
Mm-hmm. Like looking at me like you're like judging me because I'm drinking bottled water.
You're all good. You're all good.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
I just gotta fix my voice. Damn it.
Yeah.
I got this. This is good. It's not the first time this has happened.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.